Hello. Today, I'm presenting on the job of a sales manager, specifically what it's like working at a luxury car dealership like Pasadena Land Rover. Before I started this project, I thought being a sales manager was mostly about pushing your team to hit sales numbers and managing people strictly to reach goals. I figured it was pretty stressful, but maybe more straightforward, just about the numbers and making sales calls. That's kind of the impression a lot of people have, that sales managers are always pushing salespeople and it's pretty much all business. But after interviewing Mr. Boutwell, the sales manager at Pasadena Land Rover, and digging into research, I realized it's way more complex than that. The job involves coaching, problem solving, handling customer relations, and managing a lot of moving parts. It's not just about sales targets, it's about building relationships both within the team and with the customers and adapting to a lot of changes in technology and customer expectations. Ugh. So, what exactly does a sales manager do? According to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, a sales manager directs organizations, sales teams, and strategies and develops training programs to improve sales performance. That really matched what Mr. Boutwell told me about his role. He said, and I quote, I am in charge of the sales team. I make sure we hit our sales goals every month and year. I coach the sales staff here, manage customers, and work with finance service to keep things smooth. One thing I found interesting was about how much this job switches between managing people and crunching numbers. Mr. Boutwell said, some days I'm buried in numbers, looking at sales reports and forecasts, and other days I'm out coaching the team or helping with customers. I actually like the coaching part a lot, end quote, because it keeps me, oh, sorry, not end quote, because it keeps me closer to the team and what's going on. So, end quote. So it's a balance, not just crunching data, but hands-on with the sales team. On a typical day, Mr. Boutwell starts off pretty early, 8 a.m. on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and later on the others. He spends his mornings in meetings with the sales staff, talking strategies, solving problems. And then in the afternoons, he's mostly in customers' meetings, closing deals, and coordinating with finance. He says weekends can be long, especially during busy times or sales events, but that's when most customers can come in, so I have to be there. He says, I hadn't realized how much weekend work was part of the job. And he said, but that's an important part of my schedule, and I have to know how to do this if I want to continue down this career. When I asked him about travel, he said it's mostly local, with occasional trips for training or manufacturing meetings to Nevada. So while the job is mostly based at the dealership, there are some chances to get out and learn more. Education and experience are both important. Mr. Boutwell holds a business management degree at the University of Phoenix, but he stressed that experience is just as important and maybe even more. Most sales managers start off as salesmen, learning the ropes on the floor first. He says, you have to know how to talk to people, negotiate, and close deals. And he continues, leadership skills matter too, because you're managing a team. So it's really a mix of formal education and a hands-on experience that prepares you for this role. Communication skills, especially English, are key too. He said, you gotta be good at talking and listening, explaining things clearly, especially when it comes to financing or warranties. That can be complicated. That makes sense since explaining financial terms can clearly be tricky, but is super important for customer trust. On the pay side, the median salary for sales managers nationally is about $132,000 a year, but it can vary a lot depending on the dealership and location. At Pasadena Land Rover, it's a luxury brand, so pay and commissions can be higher, but that comes with pressure. Mr. Boutwell said, Mr. Boutwell says the pressure is high for sure. We have to hit sales targets every month, and when sales slow down, it's stressful trying to keep everybody motivated. And with California's higher cost of living, consistently meeting sales goals is essential to make this job financially stable. This job is mostly offered in urban or suburban areas where dealerships are, and there are career paths upward like regional manager or general manager. Mr. Boutwell mentioned there are also training programs and certifications that can help with advancements. The work hours aren't very flexible. Weekends and long days during sales events are common, and that can make dependent care and personal time a challenge. But Mr. Boutwell finds real satisfaction in coaching his team and helping customers find the right cars, which balances out the tough parts.
Now thinking about the future,
Mr. Boutwell, Mr. Boutwell stated that it's definitely going to change a lot in the next 20 years. Online sales and AI is getting bigger and bigger, so management will have to be tech savvy and adapt, he said. This first sits with what I found in articles from Coursera and Harvard Business School, showing that data analysis and digital tools will become essential for managing sales. Still, he believes the personal connection won't disappear, especially for luxury brands like Land Rover, where customers want to see and feel the car and test drive it, and build trust with the salesperson. So there still will be a need for the face-to-face interaction alongside sales tools to speed up the process. Managers in the future will need to understand data better and use AI tools to analyze customer preferences and improve sales strategies. But the core skills like communication and leadership will still be important. Mr. Boutwell said, you gotta be good at talking and listening. Those human skills won't ever go away for the new tech. Before this project, I thought sales managers were mostly just pushing numbers and managing people strictly to hit targets. But after talking with Mr. Boutwell and doing research, I see the job is way more involved. It's about coaching and mentoring, handling customers' relations, and managing numbers and reports. And on top of that, staying on top of all the new technology and AI emerging. The stress and pressure are definitely real. There's a lot riding on monthly sales goals, but Mr. Boutwell really loves the parts about helping his team grow and seeing customers happy with their purchase. That part seems really rewarding to me. For me, I think this could be a good career if I build experience, seeing and keeping improving my communication skills. But I also have to be ready for the stress and the long hours, especially on the weekends. I'm interested in how technology will shape this job, and I think learning to use it now will be key. Over time, this project gave me a much clearer idea of what it takes to be a great sales manager, and hearing from someone actually doing the job made a big difference in my learning. Thank you everybody for listening to my very last project.
Why did you?